Hi, friends, welcome back. How did last week go? Did you have a chance to download the planner and just observe your schedule through the lens of stewardship? I was praying for you this week because I know already that when you have to plan your activities in advance, your appointments, your schedules, it can feel overwhelming. And I remember when I first started this journey, I felt this guilt because I would look at my to do list, which was very long, and then I would look at my energy levels, which were usually depleted. I was trying to do deep and creative work, say at 3 p.m., when my brain was already tired, and I was trying to do mindless admin tasks at 9 a.m. when I was at my peak. It was a recipe for burnout and frustration. You can say it's like trying to focus a square peg into a round hole. And in doing that, I was already ignoring the way God designed me to function. And that's what we want to tackle today. Let's talk about the focus block method. And this is going to help you to structure deep work around your energy cycles, right? Let's get to it. First and foremost is to say our God is a God of order. God is not a God of chaos. In the beginning, in the book of Genesis, we see how that God structured creation in such a way that there was a reading, the evening and the morning, the first day, the second day, and all that. It's a reading. That's the same way God created our bodies. It's a natural rhythm. The sunrise, the sunset, these are seasons of life. We see that there is a planting season, there is a season for harvest, and so is also our energy level. In a day, there could be the high moment and the low moment. You see, the biggest problem is when we think of ourselves as machines, meaning that you see yourself like a switch. Once I am switched on, I am 100%. No, you're not a machine. You are a living, breathing human created by God, and you have a flow. Let's talk about three major points that would help you structure deep work around your energy levels. Number one, identify your prime time. Proverbs 31, verse 17 talks to us about the virtuous woman who the Bible says she puts on strength to her tasks. Now, the word strength meaning that she works in line with her strength, not against it. For this next week, I want you to become like a scientist of your own life. You're going to track your energy levels. Are you a morning person or a night owl? Because you need to understand, when do I feel creative or when do I feel most administrative? For most people, we have a 90 to 120-minute window of peak cognitive function in the late morning. This is your prime time. Now, this that I just explained to you is what Carl Newport calls deep work. This is your time for the tasks that requires high-level thinking. For instance, writing a proposal, planning a curriculum, having a hard conversation, or even creating content. This time is not for scrolling on Instagram or even checking emails, because it's your prime time. At point number two is to talk about protecting the block of that time at all costs. Do you remember the story of Nehemiah, right? Nehemiah and his team building the wall. Remember that the enemies tried everything to get them distracted. What was Nehemiah's response in Nehemiah chapter 6, verse 3? Nehemiah said, I am carrying out a great work. I cannot come down. And that is your posture. Because when you schedule your focus into a particular block that aligns with your energy level, you're carrying out a great work. And this work is specific as how God has equipped you for. The enemy is going to do everything it can to get you to come down. The enemy of that work in itself. It's going to get you to calm down. It's going to use text messages, email notifications, social media notifications on your phone, or even a quick chat from a colleague. You must guide this time fiercely. If you have to put your phone in another room, please do. Close the tabs, close the door. Let everyone know you are unavailable at this time. It's not about being rude, it's just about being a faithful steward. At point number three is to batch your shallow work. What does this mean? Now, just as you have time for deep work, you also need time for shallow work. This is the admin we spoke about initially, the emails, the phone calls, the social media scrolling, or even just tidying up. You need to batch all this into one or even two specific time in a day, preferably when you are at your lower energy. For me, this is usually after lunch or just around the afternoons because that's when I get to do this stuff. And I don't have to fight it because it's not taxing, right? So my energy and my brain can just go through it because it's not so much demanding on my thinking or my creativity. This removes every guilt or every pressure that comes in alignment with my day's tasks. This is the game changer, my friends. Imagine that you have to end your day not just feeling like you are running on a hamster wheel, but you have this feeling of achievement. You have this feeling that you finally get yourself. You understand yourself. You know how to fit into what is needed to be done in the day. This is my gift to you. And this and many more is what you also get in the planner. Remember the Rhythm of Rest planner? I want you to open that up. That's going to be your assignment for this week. Open it up. If you have not downloaded it, the link is in the description below. Takes you to my website, put on your email, and you get it. Simple. I want you to look at next week. I want you to identify at least 3 hours and block it out, whether it's in the day or in the night. Just put it in when it's your creative time. That's your deep work. Treat it like an appointment. Treat it like you have to show up. If you haven't grabbed the planner, like I said, it's in the description below. You would definitely find it easy to navigate on my website, put in your emails, and you get it in your inbox. Now I know that this is hard for moms, especially with little ones, right? I know that's reality. If you are a new mom or a mom and you have little ones around, I want you to comment the word grace in the comment section. What we want to do is we're going to rally around each other. We're going to share tips on how you are able to protect your focus time in the house in the midst of beautiful distractions, these little ones, right? And I want you to know that I will be praying for you. This week is going to be a game changer for you. You're going to see the help of the Lord, the wisdom of God being made manifest as you go through your day. See you next time.